Hi, I'm Dan Frost, inventor of the SureSpeed training aid. Thank you for purchasing. It's really now time to make sure we get maximum use out of the SureSpeed, improving your game, getting you hit it longer and further down the fairway. I'd like to introduce a young pupil of mine, Tom Robson. He's a professional from the UK. Hey Tom, thanks for coming today.
How you doing, Dan?
We are going to get Tommy increasing his yardage today. We're going to demonstrate some of the functionality and features of the product and make sure you get great value. So let's get to work. I think it's fair to say that it's not really about how much speed we create, rather when we create speed. That's the key here. What I see, what you see in Pro-Ams, what I see on the lesson tee is a heap of guys, just pop yourself out for a second, is a heap of guys rushing that downswing. Big anxiety to increase their speed, and it's a panic to rush it down, ruins our sequencing, gives us no chance of getting the peak speed in the right place. The thing we're going to transform today is very, very simple. We are looking at two forms of training. One is auditory, so we're going to get the crack in the right place, somewhere near the lead foot. That's going to maximize acceleration at the bottom of the swing. But the second thing, and just as critical, is we are going to improve your impact alignments. That is how the lead arm, shoulder, and body start to align as we hit the ball. This is the sensory feedback. The resistance that we get from the flag automatically trains the body into a much better set of alignments. And lots of other cool, neat stuff as we go on. We're going to try and give you Golf 101 with your driver so that we can cure all the problems in golf with one simple solution. Not much to ask, Tommy, right?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. So let's start off with Tommy just hitting his basic drive. Let's get some numbers, and then so we can show you in real time how much he increases, He's, even as a good player. So as you can see, Tommy's a pretty good player. We come in, have a look at a few numbers to start off with. He's moving at 103, 104. That's kind of his space. He's in that 245, 250 carry. Plays on the third stage of European golf on the Europro Tour. That makes him a long way behind the field. So we need to do some work with the SureSpeed, see if we can get that speed up, get you blasting it down there, hitting shorter shots into the green. Really simple, guys. Let's give you a nice, easy starter in. So Tommy, if you like to place your hands on the grip, the first thing you'll notice with the SureSpeed is it has a training grip. Really critical element this. If you don't grip it right, you're not going to rip it. That's the key. It's just not going to happen. So if we take the right hand off here, we can see the left hand positioned perfectly, so the thumb runs down the right of the V that's on the training grip, and then the right hand comes on by the shoulder falling down, so it sits with the V going through the middle of the hand. Even that element of the training aid, the SureSpeed is going to help you move your wrists, control the face, and ultimately give you the freedom for a lot more whip, a lot more lag, a lot more speed in your golf swing. Second thing we're looking at here, this is really, really critical. The SureSpeed is designed to be hovered. We do not address the ground. It's 43 inches, so it will accommodate your driver if you hover it 3 to 4 inches off the ground. You can see they match up there perfectly. What this allows you to do is hover the club, get a sensation of never hitting the floor, and that's one of the critical components of hitting a driver. So Tommy, really, really simple. One more tip that I'll always put in here. I always put a tee just outside there just to give your eyes a reference point. So Tommy, couple of swings, tell me what you feel, and then we'll run backwards and see what we can do for all the folks that have bought this. Good. So I can see quite a difference there straight away. You tell me what you're feeling different there. You know, there's some different stuff happening, right?
It feels like it just gives me effortless power.
Okay.
The way that it makes me sequence just feels really easy and completely different to when I have a normal driver in my hand.
Okay, fantastic. I mean, what the elements there of sequencing, you know, how attached is that to the noise? Are you very aware of the noise spiking at the bottom, or is it the resistance of the flag as you strike? You know, tell me about some of those things that are happening.
Very. The noise feels like it's pretty much at impact, if not just after.
The just after impact bit is great also for aligning the lead arm and actually controlling the face. Imagine it whipping just after that lead foot. We're not in a place where we're going to break down and flip. It's really, really important. So guys, let's really get into the initial benefits of the product here and how we're going to start to transform your driving distance. For me, I like about a 5-to-1 ratio to start off with. 5 swings, 1 shot, that's enough to dispel your previous action, install a new sensation that's fresh, it's free, it's fast, and ultimately that then carries over and gives you that proprioception, that lingering feeling when you have your driver back in your hand. It's going to equal yards, distance, it's going to transform the swing very, very quickly. So, guys, when you're on the practice ground, let's tee the ball up, have the driver at hand, and let's go to work. Remember, hovering it just a few inches off the floor. Just want to point out a couple of key things in your setup here with good players. There is a difference in the height of the shoulders here. The lead shoulder is high, the trail shoulder is low. Important. The width of stance is just outside the shoulders. This is just Golf 101. And the pelvis is a little bit ahead of the sternum. Just a couple of checkpoints you can really run through there. So Tommy, 5-to-1, let's go to work. Boom. You can really start to see the athleticism, the speed, the sequencing. That golf swing looks unreal. And he's really taking the shackles off. You know, he's not looking to dial this down some sort of corridor of 3 yards. He wants to get up with the big boys. He wants to hit the ball. So one more, Tommy, and let's rip the driver. Good. So down it goes. So we've got 5 reps here, guys. It doesn't take very long to change a pattern of movement. Give you the new sensation, the feeling, then it's all about repetition. Good, great shot there. I mean, you could see the difference straight away. Different launch, went higher, less spin, and let's have a look at the numbers. Carry's instantly gone up to 272, 109 with the club. Efficiency's improved as well here. You know, we're up to a smash factor of 1.46. We're getting very, very close to that optimum number. You know, I know that's something that you're very aware of. You want to hit it good as well. So one of the critical things in the golf swing is plane. Plane really controls the direction of the swing. So let's get a little bit dialed in now to how the shore speed improves your plane. Really neat feature here, it's called a plane pointer. It's a simple arrow pointing up towards the butt of the club, down towards the tip, and this is going to give you a brilliant orientation of how flat or upright you are at any particular stage of the swing. If you just pop yourself out a second, Tommy. When I swing back and we get parallel to the ground, it's not pointing outside, it's not pointing inside, it's in plane. It's along the line of my toes. As I set into my 3/4 position, it's now starting to point somewhere out towards the ball. Really easy indicator, I'm on plane. To the top, it points at the target, and as I start to come down, a really neat feeling is just to make sure it points a little bit flatter than when it went back. So, a few swings, and I can really get a sense of how much I'm rotating to set that club in plane. Nice indicator, and definitely something that's really obvious from a plane perspective. The second thing we have here is also a face orientation sticker that really looks at yellow on one side, red on the other. Add to plane face control, and we're really going to start to get you not only longer, but very much straighter. Yellow really dictates how much the face is rotating open. Red dictates how much the face is rotating closed. Simple keys, guys. Make sure we get a bit of yellow going back. Start to move it to red on the way down, especially in my kind of hands to thigh area. And then at impact, boom, I'm looking very much at the red side, not the yellow. to square that club up and align it through impact. So Tommy, just make a few now and we'll just point out a little bit about playing. So you can see here, playing is really key in the transition. Just up to the top there, Tommy. Good. By the time Tommy's arm gets back down to this line, that's where I'm looking for the plane of the swing to start to point somewhere out towards the ball. Keep it that simple, guys. Don't get into laying down, increasing. Let's just keep it simple and you'll be on plane. From here, as long as we rotate it to red, we're going to square the face. Boom. Pretty simple. One of the key elements of the golf swing, and a very common phrase, is lag. Lag is just how much the club trails in the downswing and keeps stored power ready to hit the ball. We've talked about lag over the years, and it's something that's quite hard to teach sometimes. You know, there's such an appetite to get the club down fast, and it just makes us a bit excited in that change of direction and we throw. The one thing that I can guarantee is that lag is very automatic with the SureSpeed. It will start to happen for you. As long as you are trying to get the sound late in the downswing, lag is absolutely free. So Tommy, just facing forward here,
Yep.
Let's see you create a couple of lag swings and just show you how quiet he can make the transition. And you can see the angle there. Just back on this one, Tommy. Just stop just in your downswing. And you can see that would be a cast, that's a lag. This is what's guaranteed with SureSpeed. Perfect. So Tommy, just make a couple of swings for me there. What I really want you to notice here is the fluidity of the movement, the strength, the flexibility, how appropriate this is as a training tool from a physical perspective. We can go in the gym, we can stretch, we can work on our core, we can work on our flexibility, mobility, stability. But ultimately, if we just swing the SureSpeed, it actually gets us into the right athletic movements for golf. You know, the one thing you can see here is he's really syncing that mobility, flexibility, and strength training while still working on his golf swing. If we can knit those two things together, you know, we get it done quicker. I mean, the other key element here really is the sophistication of the weighting of the product. Really important. You know, this isn't just some stick that doesn't have any weight in it. This is weighted appropriately to be quite a heavy swing weight to make you move your driver faster. The physical element there will definitely get you feeling like you're training. It'll also help you continue your momentum and flow. And ultimately, if we can get your training out onto the range, not in the gym, it's quite a nice environment to be. So it's fantastic having a launch motor like the GC Quad here or the PRGR Black. You know, they're great feedback tools. If you don't have one or can't get your hands or it's not available to you, what I really want you to do is simply use the auditory element to teach you how fast you're moving. It's all about volume now, Tommy. So you've ramped it up a little bit. Well, 109, let's start to see that volume increase. Loud and late is what we're looking for here. Here we go. Now we're getting his genuine swing. The one that takes the shackles off, it allows him to fire. He's going to start to work. You know, those kids you see at the range that just smash it and it also happens to go straight? Well, hey ho, that's not a coincidence. Your fastest, freest swings will also be your straightest ones. So one more, Tommy, and then let's see the cause and effect. Hey, pretty cool here, and you can really see it's starting to work him. Noise is a great feedback. Let's see hit one driver off the back of that. Boom. You can hear the noise of the SureSpeed translate to the noise of the club. You get a smash, you get a big noise. That was fantastic, Tommy. Great work. So straight away, not a huge increase. We've got to 111 from 109. We're going up all the time. We're still looking 3 yards per 1 mile an hour in the club. Yeah, that's a big gain. 6 yards from five fast swings. Fantastic. Thanks for watching. If you follow these drills, you're going to not only go faster, but more importantly, go faster in the right place, improving your sequencing, your speed, your alignments, transforming how you knock the ball a long way down the fairway. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
You've been great today. Great game. Good luck with your career. And keep using the short speed. It's going to transform the way in which you drive it off the tee.